Alright, so here we have Alpha Bravo out of the box. And even though he's a relative newcomer and character to the Aerobots team, I think he fits in rather well. His gray, orange, blue, white, and black color schemes seem to fit really well with the overall aesthetic of the whole Aerobots team. There's something about this guy that just really appeals to me. Yeah, he really breaks from tradition in the whole jet motif or the whole jet team with being a helicopter, but for some reason I'm kind of okay with that. I really actually dig the look of his head too. That nice square boxy shape really gives it that real classic G1 feel. Now as far as his articulation goes, his head's on this little ball joint right here, so you can move it side to side and up and down. And he has a lot more range of movement than a lot of the Stunticons did from the Decepticon side. His arms are on this nice ball joint right here, and he has a little bit of elbow swivel and bend right here. His waist can also move all the way around, but there's going to be a little bit of a hindrance with this back piece right here when it comes to certain things, but that's part of his transformation. You kind of have to keep it down, otherwise there's really nothing else to do with the wings back here. You could have a nice swivel right here on his thigh, and his hips actually have this ball joint, and there's a little bit of knee articulation too. You could kind of maybe count this as a bit of toe articulation, but that's really part of the transformation. However, I'm going to count it anyways. Now as far as weapons go, this guy's actually armed to the teeth. You can see both of his forearms right here sport these wrist-mounted rockets, and I'm really digging his gun right here. It's a railgun of some sorts that I'm guessing. You can kind of see the little bullets sculpted right in here on the side. This means that this guy's not actually shooting lasers, he's shooting hot lead at the enemy. Now as far as the foot/hand component of Superion, you can see that rather than having missiles or some sort of laser guns, they're actually a double-barreled Gatling gun, which I find Gatling guns to be some of the coolest gun weapons out there, especially for when they're being held by giant robots. I'm also liking the little bit of a sculpting detail right here, like the little rivets and the metal plating. If you remember the Stunticon reviews, they actually have a little bit of an engine motif on them. For these guys, it actually looks like some sort of cargo or attachment that would actually go with some sort of plane or aerial combat vehicle. So I really like that theme is actually being carried over on all these extra attachments. Now as far as transforming this guy goes, let's actually start with the arms. You're just going to kind of fold them out or move them out straight right here and peg the little slots right here onto the side. That's actually going to be the easiest part on this whole transformation. After that, I'm going to move his head all the way around and then move his chest down like this. Well, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it forward like this just so that you don't see it in actual vehicle mode. After that, I'm going to move his propeller blades out of the way. You don't actually have to have them up like this in the wings or tucked into the wings. I just find that a little bit easier so that they kind of just don't flop around while he's in his robot mode. After that, I'm going to move this panel up right here and then swing his hips all the way around like that. You're going to pop his legs apart like this and then pull them down and move them up and forward like that. And kind of lock them into place and then lock these back together and then snap them together like that. And then we're just going to move this little piece right back down here and it's going to lock into some little slots right in there. After that, we're going to pull these side parts up. I'm actually pulling the hand apart on that side, but we're going to pull these parts around, out, and move them over to form the front nose of the helicopter. And then just move what were his toes down, and you can see some little slots right up in there that'll fit right into these tabs. There you go. After that, we're going to pull this back part right here and then move the tail fin up, and there you go. He's in his helicopter vehicle mode. Just get that down right there. Now you can also attach his railgun to one of his, or they fit right into his hand right here, which I actually like it right on the side right there. This is for a passenger helicopter. This is really heavily armed. I'm going to think that it's kind of been taken over by the military. Now he also has a little hole right down here. I'm just going to squeeze his legs back together just a little bit more. Now he has a hole right down here that you can actually attach this piece to make it look like it's an extra piece of cargo that's been attached down here. And with the Gatling guns, his wrist-mounted rockets, and that railgun, yeah, he really looks like he's ready to take out any Decepticons in the air. Okay, now as far as transforming Alpha Bravo into the leg mode of Superion, it's fairly easy, sort of. You're going to start off by folding these parts of the propellers up like this, and then you're going to want to pry these panels up like so. Now they're actually kind of a tight fit on mine, so this is where I say it's sort of easy. I need some sort of little plier or something in there to pop these off. So I'm probably going to keep this guy in either his robot mode or one of the arms or legs for Superion. And it's just kind of really hard to get these things off the pegs right here. It's a really, really nice tight fit. So I can't really fault it too much for that. Means it'll probably hold up over time really well. Anyways, back to the transformation. You're going to pull his nose cone apart like this and put him back off to the side. Attach these little pegs right here into the holes right there. And then you're going to pull this part forward. Gotta get that forward. There we go. Then move it back like this, and these parts are going to fit right on into here. And I'm just going to move the propeller. Just going to move the propeller around and up like that to fold them in here so it's not flopping all about or kind of loose like that. Next, you're just going to take the leg right here and then put it right here, and then voila, that's the leg mode of Superion. Oh, gotta actually move that to the side. Forgot about that. Now to get alfabrovo into the arm mode of Superion is just as easy as getting him into the leg mode, maybe even a little bit easier. I'm going to start off by removing the foot right here and then moving the propeller blades out of the way so we can move it up like so. Then I'm going to move this part down like here at 90-degree angles, and I'm just going to pop his arms off to move them out of the way. Next we're going to separate his legs right so, and then try to get them out of these little pegs in here, and then we can kind of separate them. Don't really want to break this guy. These joints fit together very, very nice and snugly. Okay, gonna move his one leg out like so, and move his other leg out like so. When you're putting them back into robot mode, you want to make sure that these little pegs actually fit right into these little slots right here. Yep, didn't quite get it that time. There we go, and then we're gonna move his legs and snap them back together so they form one solid piece. I'm gonna move it out like this, and then move his arms back down right here. Move this portion down like this again and reposition his blades so that they're not wiggling all about. Then we're going to just take this part, move the fingers out, move the thumb down, and make it into the fist. And then just attach it right here at the bottom. And that's pretty much it. alfabrovo is now the arm of Superion, ready to combine together and join the fight. Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please help me out by sharing, liking, or even subscribing. Comments and advice are also appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.